Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Two black business owners in California have been awarded 150 grand 2 years after they were racially profiled inside of their own store. The city of Tiburon, California reached a settlement with Yema Khalif and his wife Hawi Awash on Tuesday. Tiburon also agreed to take strides toward making Marin County more inclusive, ABC 7 reported. The 150 grand settlement was in response to an August 2020 racial profile incident. Khalif and Awash were working in their store late at night when police came in and asked them to prove they were the store owners. Police only backed down after a white neighbor shouted out confirming the couple owned the store. Body cam footage of the encounter sparked outrage on social media. The police chief and an officer resigned as a result. Along with settlement, Tiburon plans to form a community advisory board where members will help vet candidates for the Tiburon Police Department. Khalif and Awash have already secured spots on the board. This isn't about just me and Yema, Awash said. It's about every single black and brown person that comes into the Tiburon community, that comes into the Belvedere community. The Tiburon Police Department has also agreed to increase its racial bias training to avoid similar incidents from occurring in the future. We're doing something that is substantial that will help Tiburon and that will hopefully be an example for the rest of the U.S., Awash said. The couple was joined by Marin County activist Paul Austin, who believes his house appraisal was lowballed because of his race. The couple plans to donate part of their settlement to a charity that helps educate orphans in Kenya and Ethiopia. Well, this is what it does, but funny, this should happen all across the United States of America, but black it took two Africans to go through something for this to actually come to fruition. My problem is this. The United States of America has a problem with admitting their faults, showing their past, coming out and saying, look, we need to work on this. Our police have to do better. But instead, more racial profiling. You just have more racial, how do I say it? You just have more racial things being added to the fire when we all should be coming together. It took a white woman to say, look, these two own the property, they own the store. So why are you doing this to them? Why are you trying to, you know, be racial? Why are you having them in custody? Why are you drawing weapons on them? And this is something that I continue to tell people is the problem with America as a whole. America doesn't know how to look at its sins or atone for a lot of its sins that it has committed. But see, it takes another race, as far as another nationality, to get in trouble for them to actually want to act on something. But black Americans every day have to deal with this in their own community, or even in a community that they move to that is predominantly either Caucasian or Asian or Mexican. I mean, well, not Mexican, but Latinos, Latinas, because it could be Mexican or Puerto Rican or Cuban, or But it takes for them from overseas to deal with that. Now they're going to vet who gets allowed into the police department, which should be done all over the world. That should be done all over the world, where blacks or anybody has the right to pick and vet who should be a police officer. Police officers as well should come to the community and make themselves known. But instead, they don't. They love to go to the black American community and they love to try to profile. They love to try to be a-holes about it. But it's not only our community. In the Latino and Latina community, police are just as worse too. They do the same thing. So it's not just our community, it's all over, where police, not mattering your race, should go through trials and training on learning how to deal with those that are the opposite sex as well as the opposite race from them. And that's the only way that we're going to move ahead. But if you continue to just put anybody as a police officer or put anybody as not only a police officer, but wanting to put anybody in a position where they're not vetted, it could cause a lot of trouble. Now, we've seen this with companies, not just the police department, where they have hired people who look like them or who is of their race or their buddy, where they will, of course, be put in a position, albeit that person may have been a convicted person or a pedophile or a racist, a known racist, or a sexual assault deviant or anything they are allowed to get in there because they got a homeboy or homegirl in a position or in an apartment. So this is sad that this happened to this couple. But it shouldn't take this to try to make change. We should make the change. We should make that change nationwide as well as worldwide to do things like this. The vet who is in charge of the police department or who's in charge of being hired. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel, but hey, it is what it is. So what do you guys think, man? Do you guys think this can be done nationally, or do you feel like this is just going to be in that town? But my thing is, why aren't they talking about this nationally or worldwide? Why isn't this news everywhere? Oh, I know why. We know why. And the media continues to do their best prejudice and causing division approach as much as they can, right? So, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about it. To me, I think this ought to get pushed nationally. You know, I think this ought to continue to be talked about. It should be talked about, but they're not going to talk about it, and we know why. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all so you can receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you guys can go to my description box, hit the Cash App link. You can donate whatever your heart's desire, as well as you guys can super chat when we're live or videos premiering. Thank you guys, man, for your love, blessings, and everything. We out. Deezy.